We're just moments away from the start of an exciting entertainment event.
And here are Mr. and Mrs. Douglas Fairbanks, Jr. Mrs. Fairbanks, of course, is Joan Crawford, as you all know.
Joan, it's very sweet of you to come over. How are you? Glad to see you. My, you have a nice sunburn. Will you register? We shouldn't ask you to register to go in to see the Grand Hotel. I saw it in New York. Joan saw the opening of a grand performance.
Thank you, Conrad.
Everybody in the country is going to be arguing all winter long who gives the best performance in Grand Hotel. Won't you say just a word?
I'm too nervous.
Are you really?
I'd like to say only one thing. Hello to Rennie Adridge, listening in.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet, Joan.
Batmania is sweeping America with long lines outside cinemas across the country. In Los Angeles, the stars came out to cheer the Caped Crusader, played by actor Michael Keaton. The film's heroine is Kim Basinger. At the Washington preview, senators arrived in bat shirts, and yes, the man who plays Robin to President Bush is also a fan.
I've read all the comic books and everything. I'm a very good Batman fan.
Outside the theater, crowds waited for hours to get a look at the stars. They weren't disappointed. Madonna arrived with Dick Tracy himself, Warren Beatty, and young co-star Charlie Korsmo. After the three posed for fans and photographers, Madonna got some rave reviews.
Madonna's awesome, and this movie's going to prove it.
Wearing a mini dress and platform shoes, Madonna ducked out early and got back to her concert tour.
I think the pressure on Warren, for some reason, is that he's not allowed to be good. He has to be brilliant, and here he is. So he beat him.
There was some old-fashioned glitz and the traditional handprints in cement.
Yeah. Send it up to us. Look up.
And there was just as much excitement in the hometown of Chester Gould, who created the cartoon character. A special screening of the film brought out Gould's co-workers, who still write and draw the cartoon.
The premiere of Darryl Zanuck's The Razor's Edge. And New York has one of the greatest film openings ever seen anywhere. Frank Sinatra, the voice with police protection against Bobby Soxers. Paulette Goddard among a galaxy of film stars. Maureen O'Hara at the gala premiere. And there's William Ide. Edmund Golding, director of The Razor's Edge. And Clifton Webb and mother, he plays in the picture. And Tyrone Power and wife Annabella attend the dazzling premiere of the film drama in which he is a star. Nor would the premiere be complete without Gene Tierney, who also stars in the new screenplay.
A big premiere is always the high spot of an evening in Hollywood, and through the years there have been many such high spots. In looking back, perhaps one of the biggest premieres, if not the biggest, celebrity-wise, was when Stanley Kramer premiered his comedy extravaganza, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. Polly Bergen was one of the first of many very lovely ladies to arrive, but was closely followed by Maureen O'Hara, who got one of the biggest ovations of the evening from the mass of onlookers on hand for the event. Incidentally, the Cinerama Theater is the first motion picture house to be built in Hollywood in the past 3 decades. Janet Leigh was on hand for the Cedars Mount Sinai charity event as the huge contingent of celebrities made their way to the plush new theater. Also at the premiere, Milton Berle had a great time ad-libbing with English comedian Terry Thomas, who you see here. And when Rhonda Fleming arrived on the scene, the fans welcomed her with much enthusiasm. Seeing so many of the stars at one time is always a thrill for premiere goers, and lovely ladies like Barbara Rush and Edie Adams add spice to the evening. Next to arrive was the popular star of TV, James Garner. Then Miss Rosalind Russell, who did much to put this evening together on behalf of charity. Cesar Romero was on hand, as was another handsome gent for whom the fans raised their voices, Mr. Richard Egan. At every gathering such as this, there are some stars that seem to get unusual response, and surefire response gatherer is Zsa Zsa Gabor.
You're very well known in America with your TV series, Family Ties, aren't you?
Right. Well, it's funny. It has it amazes me because a television show, when it's popular, is seen by, I don't know, 50 million people or whatever a week. A greater number of people than will ever see most movies. I mean, I think that more people see Family Ties in a night than see Jaws, will or have seen Jaws. Our producer told me that once. So you wouldn't expect it to make that much difference. Yet when you come out with a film like Back to the Future, all of a sudden it just quadruples the amount of attention you get. And I don't really understand it, but I can't honestly say that I don't like it.
Film star Paula Prentice stops traffic in Miami as she leads a parade of beauty contestants. Miss Fort Lauderdale Beverly Sternberg Left was the winner in a search for Florida's favorite girl. She will accompany Miss Prentice to the world premiere of her new picture, Man's Favorite Sport. And later, the Fort Lauderdale Miss will receive the VIP treatment on a vacation in New York, her first prize. Man's Favorite Sport opens at 5 theaters in its Greater Miami world premiere. The romantic comedy stars Rock Hudson and Miss Prentice, and the Miami opening will be followed by showings throughout the country. Anything that Miss Prentice appears in is bound to be man's favorite sport.
In his snazzy, if slightly too small, gray suit, his red bow tie, and his butch-waxed haircut, Pee Wee Herman appears to be a grown-up who has retained a perpetual sense of childlike wonder. He has been gathering a growing number of famous fans, many of whom showed up at last week's premiere here in Hollywood.
This is someone who really makes you laugh. He's funny and he's sexy.
Several critics have already called Pee-wee a cross between Harold Lloyd and Jerry Lewis. That's some praise. But is America ready for the mugging, giggling, mischievous antics of Pee-wee Herman?
I'm crossing my fingers that it makes $1 billion trillion so I have enough money to build my new amusement park in Hollywood, Pee-wee Land.
It is generally agreed that the job of a movie star is to capture an audience. One day, not long ago, Jerry Lewis captured a whole city. He invaded it in, of all things, a pumpkin coach. This is the fast, funny, sometimes serious log of Jerry Lewis's personal invasion of Chicago. Jerry Lewis didn't actually capture Chicago. He simply overwhelmed it. And yet there was a pretty cool strategy to the whole affair. The plan. Jerry would act himself in a series of personal appearances. He would act the comic, the clown, the garrulous, the serious, the successful Jerry Lewis. Then he would wrap up the day with a climactic effort to make more Americans aware of a crippling disease. This was the real reason he had come to Chicago. And so the day went, an early morning press conference where the serious Jerry Lewis presides. He's here for the world premiere of his new film, Cinderfella. All proceeds will go to the Muscular Dystrophy Fund. That's right, raising money to fight this disease has practically become a full-time occupation with him. He is national chairman for the 8th straight year. A final appearance on stage. Jerry's co-star joins him. A few laughs, one final appeal. The successful premiere is a crowning achievement for a worthy cause. A tired Jerry Lewis has indeed captured Chicago.
To a movie tonight has the added attraction of lights, cameras, and the excitement of a world premiere in Miami Beach. A series of premieres in the Florida resort area launches Sweet Bird of Youth, MGM's screen version of the powerful Tennessee Williams stage success, in which Geraldine Page, here in person, and Paul Newman repeat their original Broadway roles. Rip Torn, also repeating his original stage role, comes to the Miami Beach opening, as does Tennessee Williams. It is a rare appearance at a premiere for the master storyteller, who in Sweet Bird of Youth added another absorbing drama to his list of successes.
Premiere in Hollywood for MGM's romantic epic in CinemaScope, Knights of the Round Table. A knight himself parades on the marquee, and below a parade of more stars. Debbie Reynolds is one of the many delighting the throngs of movie fans. Lovely Elaine Stewart is also here for this glittering opening night. Screen actor George Murphy makes it an evening party with his family. Still another glamorous arrival is Ann Miller at Wright. The world's film capital represented by celebrities galore. Rhonda Fleming and her husband, Dr. Louis Morrow. Signing autographs there are Lana Turner and Lex Barker. A star-studded turnout to see the eagerly awaited CinemaScope masterpiece, Knights of the Round Table.
And here he is, the right-born king of all England. Hiya. Richard Harris.
Thank you, King.
Very nice.
Richard, it looks as if you and Vanessa Redgrave have a great friendship together. I have a feeling you both have a wonderful sense of humor.
Well, I think that she's probably the most divine woman I've ever met in my life.
In the movie, Patrick Swayze portrays a surfer who makes waves for the FBI by masterminding a series of bank robberies. Producers are hoping you'll establish a beachhead at the box office when Point Break opens on Friday.
In London, a brilliant opening of the first rail season since the war with the Royal World premiere of Sir Laurence Olivier's great picture, Hamlet. Cabinet ministers, including Mr. Herbert Morrison, and a glittering array of stars turned up for this notable social occasion. And here's lovely Jean Simmons, who plays the part of Ophelia in the film. Not only British celebrities, but guest star Frederick March from across the Atlantic came to the theatre on this wonderful night for British pictures. Radiant Margaret Lockwood received a special greeting from her small daughter, Julia. And John Mills was there too, with his daughter, Juliet. An exciting time for these two children. The moment everyone had been waiting for arrived with the entrance of the King and Queen, accompanied by the princesses who received flowers from the Star's little girls. The deserving charity from this gala performance was King George's pension fund for actors and actresses.
Very nice to meet you.
Well, there we are now.
You've just been in the mountains. How much?
A lot.
Oh,
most of it. All of it.
Johnny what? Can't believe it backwards as well.
I saw him go backwards down the road. The arrival of His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales with Lady Diana Spencer. A moment that the crowds had been waiting for hours and hours. And the lovely Princess Margaret, Countess of Snowdon. And I think that a lot of people want to have as many a glance as they can at Lady Diana. She has now greeted Michael Wilson. Very delicate, shimmery glitter on this dress of Lady Diana's. The director of the film, John Glenn. And back with Lady Diana Spencer. I wonder if she's a James Bond fan. Diamond looped earrings, very delicate necklace. His Royal Highness Prince Charles, and a lovely picture of Roger Moore and His Royal Highness, and to Roger Moore's left his wife Louisa. Oh my goodness, this must be a picture of all time, I would think, wouldn't it, Lady Diana? For your eyes only, James Bond, Roger Moore.
Julie Andrews plays Gertrude Lawrence, the golden girl of the golden age of show business, and London's Dominion Theatre, Tottenham Court Road, is the scene of the Royal World Premiere. Richard Crenna plays Gertrude Lawrence's husband, Richard Aldrich. Carol White and Topol among a host of society and showbiz personalities, and the seductive Dahlia Lavi. Incidentally, the film is currently being shown in many major cities from Leeds and Manchester in the north to Portsmouth and Plymouth in the south. Now the arrival of their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Kent. Star reunites Julie Andrews with the producer-director team who made Sound of Music, and we all know the success story of that.
Someone who is worshipped from afar.
I was so pleased to receive your gracious invitation to attend your premiere of Mary Poppins. I wish I could be there, but I've just started another picture called Hawaii. I'm so thrilled that you will have a premiere of Mary Poppins. It was wonderful to do this film for Walt Disney, and the character of Mary Poppins will always be one of my favorites. Now, about the picture. Well, all I can say is it's truly supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.